Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? It's Professional here. Welcome to the first part of my playthrough of Mafia Definitive Edition. So you guys might remember that I did a playthrough of this game about 5 years ago, close to 5 years ago when this game came out. But all I basically had was the fedora for that. But ever since then, the cosplay playthroughs have evolved a lot in the last 5 years. And this is basically a road to Mafia the Old Country. So Mafia the Old Country is coming out in less than a month. And a lot of, they said that 5 or 6 characters from the old Mafia games, so from Mafia Definitive Edition or Mafia 2, we will see younger versions of them in Mafia the Old Country. So I'm really curious what those characters are going to be, but we might as well do a playthrough of Mafia Definitive Edition to get ready for that. And I'll try to do a playthrough of Mafia 2 also, before Mafia the Old Country comes out. If I don't make it to Mafia 2, I'll do Mafia 2 right after I beat Mafia the Old Country. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy this playthrough. If you're new to the channel, I dress up as the characters, and I also have a bunch of different cosplays. This is Tommy Angelo's, taxi driver. You have this little vest here, and, the old-style shirt, and, the flat cap also on here, and the button shirt. So let me know if I did a good job on the cosplay, guys. But anyways, let's do the first part right here. Let's do it. And this game is a remake of the original Mafia, but I will say that it is so much more superior to the original Mafia in gameplay, but also in story writing, voice acting, everything. A lot of things are changed from the original, but it still follows roughly the same story, but it's written much better. But anyways, let's do it. Story, here we go. Enemies are lethal, police respond to more crime, fewer UI indicators, ammunition left in the clip is lost when reloading. Classic difficulty, we'll do that. No aim assist, we're not doing aim assist. Okay, let's do it. Start the story. If you guys are waiting for Mafia the Old Country, this is a perfect series to watch. Because some of these characters are going to be younger versions of themselves. The Mafia the Old Country is a prequel to this game. Empire Bay is supposed to be New York in the Mafia series, but Lost Haven is supposed to be Chicago. Amazing what they did with this city, right? In the original, we barely saw any NPCs in the streets. That was also Morello's car that you saw there on the street driving. A lot of trains in downtown Chicago are actually up top, where in New York they're more common to be underground, where I'm from. In New York we do have trains that are also up top, but in Chicago they're much more common than trains to be up top.
You Tommy?
Thomas Angelo.
Detective Norman.
You alone?
No self-respecting badges coming in here unless it's the health inspector.
What can I get you?
Just a coffee, thanks. Dip your beak.
No, thanks.
Suit yourself. So, you said on the phone you might have a proposition for me.
That's right.
Well, if you're looking to set up a gravy train, you called the wrong cop. I'm not looking for any, associates.
Good. Because I'm on the nut. Can't even pay for the coffee. But I got plenty to trade.
Well, let's hear it.
How long you been in town?
3 years. Caught my teeth in Empire Bay.
Well, they handed you the Morello case. Right out of the gate.
That's what the paper says, ain't it? And what's it to you?
Tough break. Case must be getting pretty cold by now.
Or you got something might warm it up?
Yeah, I might have something.
And what's my end of the deal? You want money? Some sort of immunity?
None of that. I got people I need to protect.
Families. Always the Achilles heel, ain't it? So who you got? A sick ma or a wife and a litter of kids?
Wife and daughter.
And no one else to watch your back, I'm guessing.
Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Pity that. Pa always said a man needs friends if he's going to survive in this world.
Yeah. Well, in my world, it's the other way around.
No surprise there. Look, I can't promise anything for your family, not until I hear what you're trading. So, are you talking? Or are you just killing time before they come for you?
You think I'm on the run?
Oh, I know it, Tommy. Jesus, look at you. Surely gassed. You haven't slept for days. And your neck's got to be aching from all that looking over your shoulder you're doing. No, the way I figure it is you got someone powerful mean on your tail and they ain't giving up until you end up in the river. And you walk out that door without me, we both know you're not making it 5 steps. But, yeah, you stick around, you tell me your story, and maybe you got a shot at living long enough to walk that girl of yours down the aisle. Either way, it looks like I'm buying you a cup of coffee.
Christ, I don't know how everything got so balled up.
No one ever sees the haired pen until it's too late. But you didn't get handed a heater in the nursery, did you?
No. I was a cab driver back in 30.
Also, during this playthrough, I'm going to get you guys really excited. I'm going to talk a lot of history, a lot of things that are going on in this time period. I'll also talk about it, but, I wanted to also say about that detective. The detective has, pretty sure it's an Irish accent. He's from Empire Bay originally, which is supposed to be New York. He moved out here to Lost Haven, which is based on Chicago, 3 years ago. But what I'll say about this is in this time period, there was actually police officers just like him, and, you know, people, like adults, that actually had that accent that were born in America. And you're probably wondering, how does somebody have an Irish accent if they're born in America? Well, back then, there was a lot of immigration to places like New York City, and what happened was people grew up in, you know, neighborhoods that were predominantly from their immigrant group. So they grew up in Little Italy, they grew up in an Irish neighborhood, you know, German neighborhood, and everybody around them was speaking, you know, German accents, you know, Polish accents, Italian accents, Irish accents, and they learned that from their parents. So the accents that we develop as today are the accents that are around us. So the people that are around us, we develop our accents from them. And so if you're in a neighborhood, even if you're growing up in New York and you're surrounded by all Irish people, your chances are you're probably going to develop an Irish accent. So that's why a lot of people, even born in America, developed Irish accents because they grew up in those neighborhoods. You know, his parents were 100% from Ireland, so there was they grew up in those neighborhoods and they developed those accents from them. Today, you know, it's almost very rare for people to develop, you know, accents, foreign accents in America if they're born here. Today, a lot of people have American accents, but back then it was much more common in those neighborhoods to develop a foreign accent, even if you were born in America.
I mostly drove nights because the money was better. It was at the end of one of those shifts when I first met Paulie and Sam.
Son of a bitch! Watch out! Get up, Polly! There's a taxi here! We'll be okay! Move it! Come on!
Where to?
Anywhere. Fast!
I got a gun pointed at you. They catch up, we're dead. But you don't get to walk away.
I don't want any trouble.
Well, you got trouble. Drive.
How the hell they know we'd be there?
It doesn't matter now. We just gotta lose them.
How many cars we got following?
One for now. But there'll be more.
Hold tight. I'm gonna try something. Who were those guys?
You don't get to ask questions. We need to get over the river. Take the Giuliani Bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the car handling in this game is pretty difficult.
Hurts like hell.
When we're back, I'll wake up the doc.
I don't know, it might be okay.
Just get in the car anyways. Hey, I see you listening, cabbie. You don't get to listen either.
All I'm doing is taking you guys where you want to go.
So do that.
Okay, we're at the river. Where am I taking you once we're over the bridge?
I'm getting tired out of questions.
In the original, it was that one car would chase you, but in the remake, it's that multiple cars chase you.
More of them.
Ah, shit!
I know some shortcuts that'll slow them down.
I don't care how you do it. Just shake them off. That was your shortcut?
I lost him, didn't I?
Not all of them!
These guys really don't like you, do they?
Sometimes business partners fall out. It happens.
It happens.
Yapping, Polly. More he knows, more chance of him not seeing the sun come up.
I ain't heard a thing, fellas.
You left him in the dirt.
We ain't clear yet! Keep driving! Poor bastards digging the road for the works program aren't gonna thank us for this!
3 crates down. How many motors were at the exchange?
4, 5 maybe? Knowing him, he's called for more.
Sure feels like it.
Next time, we take more muscle. We should have expected trouble. And the boss hears about this, there'll be hell to pay. One hell of a wheel, man, I'll give you that.
They must have sent word out. There's more and more of them. We're not gonna last long unless we're back on our own turf. Let's get back to the neighborhood.
Still getting chased, okay. And this game, on classic difficulty, this game can be pretty hard. I remember I beat it on classic difficulty 5 years ago and I did the playthrough too.
Every car they've got is on our ass. Come on. The bridge is up, ain't it?
Yeah, we can make it.
What the hell are we doing? Just sit tight and pray. Never done that before. Me neither. Okay, so Little Italy. Now. Your night's not over. I didn't see this coming. You think he squealed? I think you zip it tight. We talk it through back at the bar.
Man, this game is so beautiful looking too. I'm really excited for Mafia the Old Country when that comes out.
Okay, we're close.
Pull over in front of that bar.
Salieri's place.
Yeah, that's the one. Wait here.
What for?
You want a little something from the Don or not?
Yeah, it's best not to keep eye contact with them.
Compensation for your services. Any damage to your car. This makes us square.
I'm sure it's more than enough.
Good. Don Salieri wants you to know that he's very grateful. So if you ever need anything, maybe a loan or some honest work, don't hesitate to ask. Don doesn't forget his friends.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
One more thing. This matter stays between us. Anyone asks where you got that money, you won it at poker. The scratches on your car, you swerved to keep from hitting a little old lady. You got it?
Yeah, of course.
See you around, kid.
It's always funny how like the Mafia guys always call everyone kid. That's always so funny when Tommy is right around his age. That's what's Also, I'm pretty sure
Whale
that
in the envelope. I could have had a heart attack. Enough to fix the cab. Nearly enough to buy a new one. I thought about what Sam said about work. I wasn't interested. The money was good, sure, but I didn't want to get in with criminals. Better to be poor and alive than rich and dead. So, right there, back then, I was out.
So yeah, so what I was saying is Tommy Angelo's the voice actor who's doing his voice, I'm pretty sure it's an old style Chicago accent that he has.
After that night with Salieri's guys, I was back working as soon as I could. But it felt different. You get a lot of time with your thoughts when you're a cabbie. And other people's thoughts, too.
You there. Driver?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you driving or loitering?
Driving, ma'am. Always driving. So where to?
St. Michael's Church. Directly. Careful, please.
I always drive careful.
Then you'd be the first. You're on the wrong side of the road.
That she comments that. But also, I have to turn off the music, guys, because as ridiculous as it is, I will get copyrighted from 1930s music.
Church. It's Sunday already?
Eyes on the road, please.
Yeah, all these passengers that you're gonna get are really nasty.
The right! For heaven's sake, drive on the right! Stop there, by the park.
Here you go. St. Michael's. That'll be 30 cents.
The only tip I'll give you is to stop smoking in your vehicle. I felt like I was sitting in an ashtray.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Also, for people wondering why 30 cents, money used to be worth a lot more back then. A lot more, actually. Actually, let me Google it really quickly for you guys. Let's see here. 30 cents in 1930. Let's see, how much was that? That would have been $5.77 today. This is, by the way, this is Lost Haven. This is the city of Lost Haven. Really big map, too.
Can't drive without the radio. Better find a new fare.
Art gallery. Get me there quick.
Sure. Quick I can do. Taking some time out.
What's it to you?
Not much. Just talking.
I'm paying you to drive, so do that. Look at him out there. The problem with this downturn is that it's made people lazy, giving them an excuse.
The work's not out there, pal.
The work is always there. You just have to find it.
I get it. You're a busy guy. I don't see so many these days.
I saw this crapshoot depression coming. Sold up before the crash. So yeah, I get to be busy.
Your busy day's gonna be looking at old paintings?
I have a business meeting there with a colleague. Not that it's anything to do with you. If you ever find a real job, then maybe you'll understand. Until then, drive and quit bothering me.
Yeah, I get you.
So yeah, 1930, this was the start of the Depression. The Depression started in 1929, the stock market crash, but very different, terrible time. This is one of the worst time periods in America, actually. In the Great Depression, between 25 to 30% of the population was unemployed. So when people hear 10% unemployment, they think that's really bad. But imagine this, 25, 30%
Looks like the cops want to work with you.
of the population today was 25, 30% of the population was unemployed back then.
Suspect has been lost. Keep patrolling.
I alerted the cops. Oh man, forgot about that. That you can yeah, in the Mafia games, police will stop you for speeding. They will. So that's a unique thing that's always been in the games. Okay, yeah, slow down here. We can put on this, but turn on the limiter. Yeah. So 40 miles per hour is the max that we can go here in this area. I can't stand elitist people like this, by the way. A job is a job.
Pull up in front of the gallery.
So, you know, Tommy's doing his work as a taxi driver, you know, people don't really have the right to judge. He's doing something.
50 cents.
He's making
Don't
money.
spend it all at once.
I'll try not to. Every fare today's been a son of a bitch. On to the next.
Hey, over here.
Oh boy, you look like shit.
I've been working since 5. What's your excuse?
Booze.
Figures. Where are we going?
Little Italy, 21st Street.
Okay. If I don't tell the cops about the liquor on your breath, you don't tell them when I break the limit. Good deal.
Great deal.
Yeah, so...
Any good fares today?
Yeah, some. But never enough of them.
Who's got the money for cab rides since the market tanked and it all went to shit, I guess?
He's talking about the
Only
stock
reason
market
I got
crash.
You taking me places is I'm drunk and don't know better. Cops see enough drunk fellas. They're only after the people moving it and selling it.
Yeah, but I've seen them go after guys for less.
Yes, so if they think they can shake something out of you, they will use any excuse. This city's corrupt as all hell.
Sure is.
So, what I wanted to say one thing here, alcohol was actually illegal in this time period. It was the 18th Amendment, and the 18th Amendment was actually passed during World War I in 1917, but it didn't go into effect until 1919. And so alcohol has been illegal for, you know, close to 11 years at this point, that the game is taking place. Prohibition was repealed, I think that was 1933 when that happened. It was the 21st Amendment which repealed the 18th Amendment. But back then, here's what people don't understand about Prohibition. What Prohibition does is it makes it illegal to manufacture and sell alcohol. If you had alcohol from before the ban, you were generally allowed to keep it. And if people were drunk, they generally weren't arrested. So if you were drinking, you generally weren't arrested. It was businesses that had it. So, but however, though, each state had different laws. So some states would actually arrest you for being drunk. Some states would actually arrest you for possessing alcohol. A lot of other places wouldn't arrest you for possessing alcohol, but if you were selling it, you would get arrested for it. I think it was Michigan, correct me if I'm wrong. It was like, I know it was like one of the northern states that actually made it a felony to actually be drunk. And a felony is actually 1 year in prison. So yeah, that was what it was like back then. It was actually pretty, it was really stupid. The Prohibition is honestly one of the stupidest things that's ever happened in our country. It is such a dumb thing that happened. It gave the mafia so much power. It caused so much problem making alcohol illegal. It also, you know, making alcohol illegal also went against the American ideal. American ideology is generally you have the freedom to do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt anybody. So if somebody wants to drink, you know, they're hurting themselves, maybe, you know, their health. But as long as they're not hurting anybody else, people should be able to drink. And
up here on the corner.
really stupid. Really stupid that Prohibition happened. But I'll talk about how it happened a little bit later.
My cousin has a coffee stand around the corner. Tell him Lucio sent you. Take a break, huh?
Thanks. Might just do that.
He's in Little Italy right now, so the mobsters are gonna recognize him.
Jesus.
Hey, how you doing, pal? You remember me? Yeah? Huh? Mr. Morello's a little bent. Shouldn't go helping Salieri's goons, huh? I'm gonna have to give you a beating. Just so you always remember who runs this town. Make it so you won't do much rocking for a while. Look at this guy. I didn't think he'd make it fun. Let's get him.
I remember the first time I did this 5 years ago, I actually fell through the map on this part. There was actually a glitch in this section.
I got bargains, I got deals.
Look at this.
How you doing, kid? Dino, Lou. You got business with the Don?
Nah, we're just trying to talk to that cabbie over there, that's all.
That right.
Yeah.
Well, this here's the Don's favorite driver. So anything you gotta say to him, you can say to me.
Is that right? Well, I'll tell you something, pal. We ain't leaving empty-handed, that's for sure.
Well, then maybe you ain't leaving at all.
Okay, then. See your boys around. Let's go, Lou.
Thanks.
Least we could do.
Come on, let's go say hi to the Don.
Don Salieri?
Yeah. He's gonna want to hear about this.
What do they call you, son?
Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
Frank told me you ran into some trouble?
Yes, sir. My cab got smashed up pretty good.
Morello's thugs went after him by the kind of Tommy helping us.
This, taxi, that's your livelihood?
Yes, sir.
I feel a sense of responsibility here. So I'm gonna set you up with a small loan, enough to get that cab of yours fixed up.
I appreciate that, sir, but I'm not looking for a handout.
Then what are we doing here?
I just want a shot at the bastards who wrecked my cab.
You hear that, Frank? The kid wants my permission to get into a fight.
Yes, I heard.
Okay, Tommy Angelo. All the Morello's girls hang out at a bar he owns. Paul, you know the place.
Sure do, boss.
Good. You can ride along with Tommy. There's a lot right next to the bar where they park their cars. Go smash up a few tin cans, send Morello a message. He can't rough up hard-working Joes in my neighborhood without getting a black eye.
Thank you, Mr. Salieri. I won't let you down.
So when you're first introduced to Salieri,
When you get back, we'll talk about what's next for you.
Salieri seems like an honorable guy the first time that you meet him, but make sure you pay attention to him.
No one else knows you here, so tread careful, okay?
Sure.
You'll start to see the type of person that he truly is if you really pay close attention to him.
Nah, you got more time to sit on your ass.
A lot of these notes, I missed this the first time I was playing Mafia Definitive Edition 5 years ago. I missed a lot of these notes, which is important to the story, but I'll be sure to pick them all up during the playthrough here. The only thing I won't be going for is like the collectibles, unless some of the cards I see, but like the story notes, the newspapers and stuff, I'll be going for that. Don Salieri. I'm writing to let you know of my joy to hear that you will be attending the wedding of my daughter. Please, if there are any further arrangements you would wish for, let me know. It will be a wonderful day, and for the world to see that occasion, has your blessing. You will make it even more special, memorable. Your loyal friend, Giovanni Romano.
New guy. Find anything good?
Well,
Nah,
He's gonna drive the boss? Got it?
Nah,
I get it.
lose your job that easy.
I hate sitting around. Boring as hell.
Boss says you're not ready to come out on collections. What can you do?
I don't get what his problem is with me, Paulie. What do you think I gotta do to...
Think you shouldn't ask me, Carlo. Not gonna give a good answer.
That's Carlo, the Don's driver. Prohibition here to stay. That guy that's actually on the newspaper right there, that is actually Herbert Hoover, president at the time. September 23rd, 1930. Prohibition here to stay. Prohibition and sale of alcohol to remain illegal. In a speech to Gather Press, President Herbert Hoover reiterated today that the noble experiment prohibition will remain in place. Forced to respond to Democratic criticism, Hoover also promised a more efficient and better funded Prohibition Bureau to prevent profiteering and smuggling. So here's what I will say about this. Let me go back to the newspaper here. So Hoover is generally regarded as a really crappy president in American history, and the reason that a lot of people don't like him is because he didn't do anything, a lot of times. A lot of presidents throughout history, for example, they're hated because they did something bad, something stupid that caused a lot of problems, but Hoover is actually hated because he really didn't do much during the Depression. People were suffering. The reason that Hoover was hated so much during the Depression is because his attitude typically was, the free market will correct itself, everything will get better, we just don't let the government, get involved in the economy, everything will change, and then over years and years, the situation got worse, more people were unemployed, people got pissed, they felt like he was doing nothing. Hoover did do some good things, like his greatest accomplishment is Hoover Dam, which I'll have a picture of on the screen. He built that, which Hoover Dam, also helped Las Vegas grow as a city, because a lot of the workers that worked on Hoover Dam actually went to Las Vegas and, lived there when they were working there, and they also spent money there in hotels and casinos, and it was a small town at the time, and it grew and it became bigger, and, Hoover Dam ends up powering, I think, mostly Los Angeles today, part of Vegas also. So Hoover Dam was one of his greatest accomplishments. He built that as a lasting legacy, and here, 90 years later, Hoover Dam is still strong and going. So that's what I'll say is Hoover Dam was probably his greatest accomplishment. He did try to do public works projects, saying he's going to put people to work, but that was about that. But I will say about Hoover, though, here's what I'll say about him, and you'll see Hoovervilles later in the game. Hoovervilles were these shanty towns that people lived in during the Depression, and they were basically very poor. They blamed Hoover for the economic conditions. That is why they were called Hoovervilles. But about Hoover do I regard him as a bad president? Kind of, yeah. I kind of do see him as a bad president. But as bad as Hoover is, though, I think there's much worse presidents than him. I think James Buchanan, I think is probably the worst president in American history. The reason Buchanan is the worst president is because Buchanan did nothing to prevent the Civil War from happening. Like, the southern states were building an army. He was a president before Lincoln, and he did nothing to stop it. And he instead blamed the North for the situation, and he said, if the southern states are seceding, there's nothing I can do about it. And so Buchanan was probably the worst president in American history, because when Lincoln became president, Lincoln inherited a giant mess. And basically his mess, and he had to deal with the Confederacy and, that horrible war that happened, worst war in American history. But I think the worst president around this time period, I would not say would be Herbert Hoover. The worst president, in my opinion, would probably be Woodrow Wilson. And the reason that Woodrow Wilson, I would say he's the worst president, is because Woodrow Wilson, he did a lot of really bad things. Woodrow Wilson created the federal income tax, in 1913. So 1913 created federal income tax. He was the president before and during World War I, by the way. Created the federal income tax, which before that we didn't have a federal income tax. Last time we had a federal income tax was during the Civil War. But then after the Civil War is over, it was repealed. And so we have a federal income tax today because of Woodrow Wilson. He created the Federal Reserve. He also, what he did was he promised America that he would not get us involved in World War I. World War I is very different than World War II. World War I was mostly a European affair. It was a bunch of, stupid, greedy monarchies that were fighting each other, trying to take their colonies from each other. It was basically a bunch of monarchs in Europe that were just fighting each other, giant power grab. And in my opinion, America probably should have stayed out of that conflict. We were an ocean away. World War I wasn't really affecting us. And he promised he wouldn't get America involved in World War I. He broke that promise. He created a draft. He got over 115,000 Americans killed in World War I. On top of that, what he also did is he suspended civil liberties. So he actually suspended the First Amendment. And so if you actually protested against Wilson during World War I, if you actually said, he sucks, he's a crappy president, we shouldn't be, getting involved in World War I, it's not our conflict, what would have happened is you would have gotten arrested. So, and also on top of that, Woodrow Wilson was a massive racist as well. So I would say, Hoover was a crappy president, sure, but there was much worse presidents out there. Like, I think Wilson was just, a horrible president. As bad as Hoover was, he didn't really kill anybody. Wilson got, 115,000 Americans killed in World War I, getting us involved in that dumb war. So that's ultimately what I'll say about it. One thing that really hurt Hoover, though, is that Hoover did not try to repeal Prohibition, because Prohibition was so unpopular. People like in America, people like to drink, generally, and so it's the fact that Hoover did not want to go repeal Prohibition. The reason that Prohibition was passed was it was a bunch of religious women. It was like religious women organizations, like really Christian, really religious women, that they basically believed that drinking was a sin and that it was against God, and that is primarily why it passed. It was these women groups that were pretty much lobbying, these really religious women groups, saying that their husbands were constantly getting drunk, and the government ended up, listening to that lobbying, and they passed it. And then what ended up happening is the Mafia got involved in that. The Mafia was so happy when Prohibition passed. They were so happy because now they can smuggle alcohol from Canada, and they can also smuggle alcohol from Mexico, and on top of that, they can also brew their own alcohol, and they can sell it illegally. And so the Prohibition is what made the Mafia today. All of the Italian Mafia families, almost all of them, they existed back then during Prohibition, and they actually made their money during Prohibition. And even when Prohibition was repealed, they did get hurt a little bit, but they invested their money in a lot of other things. Like the Mafia used their Prohibition money to buy up a lot of the casinos in Vegas. So they already had, the money to buy businesses. So Prohibition, all it pretty much did was strengthen organized crime, and Prohibition made the government so much larger on top of that. Because what it did was you had to create all these stupid federal agencies that were now, had to enforce this crap and had to, get rid of alcohol, arrest these people, shut down speakeasies, which were basically, illegal bars, oftentimes in back rooms or in basements. And Hoover did not want. If Hoover had actually tried to repeal Prohibition, he would have gotten more votes. I guarantee that. He probably would not have beaten FDR, but he probably would have gotten more votes. But he wanted that those really religious women, those really religious supporters, he wanted their support, and that was the problem. And so a lot of people got mad at him. But the last thing I'll say about Hoover here, and I hope people aren't getting too bored of my history, I'll get back to the gameplay in a moment. The thing that destroyed Hoover in the end, because Hoover was going to lose to FDR either way, but the thing that really destroyed him, like really ended him, was the Bonus Army March. So what the Bonus Army March was, it was a bunch of World War I veterans, and they were actually promised a bonus. I forget the year that the bonus was supposed to be. It was supposed to be sometime later, but during the Depression, because so many people were out of work, they demanded that bonus from the government. They demanded those benefits that they were supposed to get. And what happened was they camped in front of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. And what Hoover did is Hoover sent in the army to clear them out. So imagine that, World War I veterans who fought, and bled for America in World War I, they were protesting over their, the government giving them their benefits, and Hoover used the military against them. And so what happened was, Eisenhower, I think Eisenhower was involved in that, Patton was involved in that, and MacArthur was involved in that. So you had World War II, famous World War II generals, and they did some bad things with, going after that Bonus Army March. But they used tear gas and they used Sherman tanks on the soldiers, and they cleared them out, and a lot of soldiers got hurt. I think a few actually even died in that. And so what happened was when Hoover used the army and tear gas on World War I veterans protesting for their benefits, and the media ran that, the newspapers ran that, that was it. He was done. that was the worst thing that he could have done. Like, people were just so outraged. They were just so angry. That gave the election to FDR. FDR won that at that point. It was over. Hoover had no chance whatsoever. And one final good thing I'll say about Hoover is he was a crappy president, but one good thing that he did do is when World War II started, he started organizing aid to actually go to Poland during World War II. A lot of people don't know that. And he also was organizing aid to actually go to Finland when the Soviet Union invaded them in the Winter War. And he was also organizing volunteers. So he did actually help early on in the war, before America even got involved in the war. He did actually do a lot of service. That he did help a lot of stuff. But as for his presidency, it was his lack of action is really what did him in. And just, like I said, going after that bonus army march, that was probably the worst mistake that he could have done. That really pissed off a lot of people.
Anyways, I got places to be. Okay, come through this way. I'll take you to Vinny first. He's a loudmouth, but Frank and the Don have known him since forever.
What's he do?
We go see him whenever we need to do any, heavy lifting. We make sure we're well healed for when there's trouble.
We're grateful for his dough, but we gotta go. Long drive back north.
Notice how Salieri owns a garage right behind his restaurant. He probably forced the owners out. The fact that he was able to buy a garage right behind his business so convenient for him, he probably forced these owners out.
Buongiorno, Vincenzo.
Ciao, Paulie. Oh, she's gonna sing. Who's this then?
Vinny, this here's Tommy Angelo. We're doing a little job together.
All right, good. Hey, you need bean shooters or rods?
Nah, we just need something to write off a few cars.
Huh. Oh, I got just the thing.
I love the accents in this game.
Do the trick. Oh! Hey, if the bat don't work out for use, I got a few cocktails here.
Ay.
Careful with them, though. Don't want to burn off your short hairs. Good to meet you, Tom. Let me know if Paulie gives you the hard time. I'll straighten him out.
Ralphie's in the garage. He's a special kind of idiot, but he's got a way with cars. I don't get how this moron gets in just to purr. But I'm telling you, it's like some kind of black magic. Hey, genius! Get your head out of your ass!
What the fuck there, Paulie? You can't just sneak up on a guy like that.
I'm sorry, Ralphie. I'm just busting your balls.
See, you're still limping. Guess we got two cripples working here.
We ain't nothing alike. You got that, Ralph?
Sure, Paulie. Yeah.
Tommy Angelo.
Good to meet you.
Like I said, Ralphie here's a cracked egg. Well, you bring him a stolen car, he'll make it yours. Tom and me, we got a job to do. We need some wheels.
How about this one, Paulie? It ain't a hot rod, but it'll get you across to town.
All right, let's go. You're driving. And don't let me catch you loafing off again.
One day I'm gonna cut your brake line, asshole.
I don't know what Ralph's trying to pull giving us this motor. I want to show you something about the good life, and you're driving something my mom could have bought 20 years ago. If I know Ralph, he probably got it taken out of our yard.
Yeah, the car's fine. It's good to get a change from the cab.
You don't have to be nice about it. Hey, it's their cars we're wrecking today, not this junker. You don't have to be nice about it. Stig's a tin can.
So, was that whiskey back there in the truck?
Yep, new supplier.
You guys deal in broad daylight?
Normally, nah. This was their first drop-off. And the cops know better than to come sniffing around our turf. Morello, the guy whose cars you got a torch, he's got more friends on the force than us. But we're okay, as long as we're careful. Keep an eye over our shoulder. Some of the Canadian whiskey that comes through, You want a bottle? Just ask. We keep some back for friends.
I'm no big drinker. I used to tip back bathtub gin most days, but not so much now. That stuff's no good for you.
You don't have to go blind now, though. To us, you got a line on the good stuff.
But that's good of you. Thanks.
That is actually true. A lot of moonshiners went blind because, and I don't really know much about it. The only thing I know is that if alcohol is not made a right way, it can really damage your eyes.
Why, Tom? It's the places we deliver to. The dames they got in these places. Best tables, best food, best skirt. Some way to live.
Right now, all I want to do is wreck the day of the bastards who wrecked mine.
Sure.
Besides, all this could get a guy in trouble.
Trouble, says the guy who's about to set fire to Morello's parking lot.
I got you to protect me. It'll go fine.
Well, if it don't go fine, try not to let them see your face. Either that, or you hit them so hard they don't remember it. We're getting onto Morello's turf now.
There's some kind of line between his streets and Salieri streets?
Not really. There's always some give and some take. Though in general, we look after Little Italy, and his guys work North Park. And more besides. You're walking on the wrong sidewalk, in the wrong part of town, you start getting a sense you need to be someplace else. You can feel it long before they start appearing on street corners to stare you down. Okay, it's close by.
Swear to get out of cars in this game. That's gonna mess me up.
There's some lazy bastards. They put some gorilla on guard duty, but it's always some no-name schmuck. Come on, over here. You gotta sneak in and wreck the cars. Send a message.
Sure. Why are you coming with?
To see if you get shot. Key, we go quiet. You know how to go quiet, right? Yeah, like that.
Yeah, he's got his main guys. You'll get there someday.
If no one sees our heads, no one tries to pop them. Over this gate and up onto their roof. I'll go keep their chump busy while you creep up and jump them from behind.
Triangle to vault. Oh, here.
I'm real good at distracting. It's my best thing.
Boss gets plenty of guys in the city real pissed. Makes them careful. As long as I get the money on time. He's good for it.
Hey! What the hell you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
I mean what I say. What the hell are you doing back there?
What?
A guy who don't know what idiot told you to keep lookout here.
Dino told me.
Dino? Salieri's got guys all over town trying to give Morello a black eye. And Dino makes you card the card? Just like that. You got it.
Destroy the cars. Okay.
So let's get to these cars. Take your bat and start swinging. Motor really got you pissed, huh? Everyone's driving again. Oh, crap.
Hey, get away from the car!
Knock it down, Tom!
Jesus, you got some...
Come on, Tom, quick. There's gonna be more of them. Use your Molotov and let's see some flames. Yeah, you got that nice and clean.
block heard that.
We gotta go. We can take Dino's car.
How'd you know this is Dino's car?
I don't like you and you got a good car. I'm gonna know where you...
Reports of burning vehicles and gunfire in North Park. It's right near Morello's place. Don't bring in the wrong people.
Straight through the gate. We gotta get out of here before the bull show. There's...
Don't let him get away! Apply, bastards!
Oh, shit. We got cops.
Oh, crap.
What do we do?
We lose them by driving real fast and getting clear of them.
Sounds good.
Right now they're pissed. But let's not get them real pissed.
That means don't turn up the heat. Great, yep.
Officers report he's now on Central Island.
Okay, we lost them. Stay out of sight till they lose interest.
Oh no, no, no.
What part of stay out of sight wasn't clear? Drive careful, Tom. You don't need more. Drive safe. They're still looking for us.
Oh no.
Wait!
That sucked. It was... I gotta get used to driving in this game again.
We're almost in the clear. Almost.
Great. There's a cop on the street there too.
Oh, crap.
Man, I forgot how annoying the cops are in this game. Okay, yeah.
He's in the works quarter. I repeat, works quarter.
Okay, we lost them. Stay out of sight till they lose interest.
Well, they still definitely have interest.
We're almost in the clear. Almost. We can't risk cops near the bar. We gotta lose them.
Oh my god, yeah, this one cop is getting on my nerves right now. This is getting really annoying now.
Drive safe. They're still looking for us.
Oh great, I can't ram that.
Okay, we lost them. Stay out of sight till they lose interest. Drive safe. They're still looking for us.
Okay, ooh. Oh man. Oof. That was something else, right? Cops in this game.
Okay, we lost them.
Oh
Stay out of
no.
sight till they lose interest.
All officers, search is called up.
Finally.
We're good. Let's head back and see the boss.
I thought Salieri had cops on the books.
Some street cops, sure. But Morello's got the chief in his pocket. How'd it feel? Feel good?
How'd what feel?
Taking out the guy. Taking Dino's car. Feel good?
Yeah, I guess it did.
There's no time like the first time, Tom. Don't get better. You think it's for you? This life?
Well, what happened to the car I sent you out with?
Dumped it.
Well, why?
It was a boiler. This one's better.
A better car with a broken window?
But you ain't never killed nobody.
He's still with you then?
Somehow, yeah.
Hey, boss. It's done.
No trouble?
Yeah, nothing we couldn't handle, Mr. Salieri.
Good, good. Sit down. You see Morello?
Nah. But he'll be plenty pissed when his boys tell him what happened.
He's not going to be able to think straight for weeks. See, that's the difference between me and Morello. I'm a businessman. I do everything with this. Every decision I make, it's what's good for the business and my boys. But Morello is a hothead, and all that anger burns out the brain. And when he gets mad, he gets stupid.
You got nothing like that to worry about with Tommy here. He was aces the whole way, boss.
He's not a
Glad to
businessman,
hear it.
he's a criminal.
I got a growing business here. We could use a guy like you to help out around the bar. Maybe run some errands, make sure the bills get paid on time. You up for that?
Oh, it'd be an honor, sir.
Good. Good. Now, Paulie and Sam have already vouched for you. But you need to understand we have a few rules around here, so you listen and listen good. First, no cursing on the premises. There's a million words out there. And the man who needs to resort to fuck this and fuck that is just ignorant or lazy. Second, we don't deal in the hard stuff. I don't want any dope fiends in this neighborhood.
Means no
We'll
drugs.
Let Morello poison his own people if that's what he wants. Finally, stay out of trouble with the cops. We only have a few on the payroll. And if you cross the line, the rest will come after you. You understand?
Yes, Mr. Salieri.
Then I'm going to only ask you for one more thing, Tommy. I don't keep Paulie and Sam around just because they're strong. A lot of guys out there bigger and tougher than these two. And I don't keep Frank on the payroll because he's smart. Though he is an artist with the numbers. All these guys in this room, they're here because they have the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right. Now you stay straight with me, you're gonna be living the high life, Tom. But you abuse my trust.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay, then. Welcome to the family. Excellent. Now I'm starving. Luigi, let's eat.
Welcome.
Our barman Luigi is not much of a cook. But his daughter Sarah, Maron.
Here's the thing about Luigi. Luigi used to be Salieri's hitman back in the day, but he's retired and he just works the bar now. So he used to be a cold-blooded killer back in the day. But anyways, I guess we will wrap this up here. I hope that you guys like this series. This is one of the best games I've ever played. I played this game 5 years ago. I had so much fun with this game. And I'm going to talk more history as we go through the parts and I read the different newspapers. I'll talk about what's going on. So if you guys enjoyed this part, do drop a like. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.